Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Dear student of third secondary, we are going to illustrate chapter 2 chemical analysis. We are going to discuss first part of it, sheet exercise about practicing identify and describe different types of chemical analysis and explain their importance in scientific field. Okay, let's start with questions of Egyptian Knowledge Bank. Let's start. Question number 1. Which of the following is not an example of qualitative chemical analysis? We discussed before that qualitative analysis means the amount or the mass of it. Number 1. Determining the concentration of a compound in a solution. Identify cationic groups in a compound. Identifying anionic groups in a compound. Identifying the functional group in a molecule. Determining the elemental composition of a molecule. Okay, we will mention that is what? That is amount. It means not we didn't want the amount, so we didn't want qualitative, we want the amount here. Amount here means the concentration of the compound in a solution. Another question. Question number 2. Chemical analysis can be split into two types, qualitative and quantitative. Which statement best describe the difference between them? Okay, we will discuss each one of them. First one, qualitative analysis aims to identify the composition of a substance, whereas quantitative analysis aims to determine the mass, percentage, composition, or concentration of substance. Okay, it may be right. Qualitative analysis can be used to identify the cation in a compound, whereas qualitative analysis can be used to identify the anion in a compound. Qualitative analysis is used when sample is a solid, whereas qualitative analysis is used when the sample is aqueous solution. Number D, qualitative analysis aims to identify the chemical properties of substance, whereas quantitative analysis aims to identify physical properties. The last one, qualitative analysis aims to determine the mass, percentage, composition, or concentration of a substance, whereas quantitative analysis aims to identify the composition of the substance. Okay, do you think what is right here? We want to know quantitative and qualitative. Quantitative means the amount or the mass or mass percentage. Here the first one will be the right answer. Qualitative analysis aims to identify composition of substance. This is the first one, qualitative. And the quantitative analysis aims to determine mass, percentage, composition, or concentration of a substance. Okay, I think it's easy question. Let's continue and going to question 3. Question number 3. A chemist find an unbalanced salt solution and attempted to determine its composition and properties. Chemists add a few drops of silver nitrate AgNO3 to a sample of salt solution to see if a precipitate forms, indicating the presence of a halide group. Okay, we want to know halide group. Is this qualitative or quantitative? We have here two choices. We have qualitative and quantitative. Do you think what? We want to know the percentage. So we want to know what? The qualitative. Okay, percentage or the amount or present of any group or halide as a functional group. We want to measure qualitative test for it. Okay, let's continue the second part of this question. Okay, also we will continue the same question. Chemists find that a precipitate is formed upon the addition of silver nitrate. They filter dry and weigh the precipitate and use it to determine the mass of the salt in the solution. Is this a qualitative or quantitative test? Okay, here we weight the precipitate, so we use the mass or the amount of it. Here, Do you think what? It will be quantitative analysis. Okay, it's the right answer here. Let's go to the fourth question. Which of the following represent the importance of chemical quantitative analysis in the medical field? Okay, we will going to the importance of each field that we use quantitative or qualitative methods or analysis. First one, identifying the harmful pollutant in a food. Okay, estimating percentage of effective ingredients in drugs. Another one, knowing the nature of functions of hormones and enzymes. Okay, it's a natural, we didn't measure it, it's present inside the body. Okay, determining the functional group of the newly synthesized drugs, maybe. Okay, the last one, none of the above. Do you think we use in the medical field, we want to know what? We wanted to know the quantitative means the amount, means here we wanted to know the percentage of effective ingredients in drugs. We have here some medicines like drugs, we wanted to know the percentage of effect or the percentage of drinking alcohol for any human. We wanted to measure the quantitative analysis here. Okay, let's go to the question number 5. Here we wanted to make chemical analysis can be used to determine the amount of glucose present in a person. We have here many questions for the chemical analysis, sometimes on glucose, sometimes on cholesterol. In which scientific field is this analysis important? Okay, we want environmental, agricultural, industrial, food chemistry, and the last one, medical. Do you think it's important for what? I think it's easy. It's important for medical field or medical field of measuring the chemical analysis for the importance of health of human body. Okay, let's go to question number 6. Question number 6 says that which of the following fields is important in determining the harmony of ores and other products with and their conformity to standards specifications? Okay, we wanted to know the amount here. So industrial field, agricultural field, environmental field, medical field, and last one, none of the above. Okay, we want to know the producing of different substance, so it related to the industrial field. Okay, let's going to question number 7. Question number 7 says that fill in the blank. Gravimetric methods play an important role in chemical analysis, especially in space. Here we have the answer. We want the answer here in the spaces. Okay, the first one, determining the amount of analyte through qualitative analysis. Second one, identifying the type of metal precipitated through qualitative analysis. Number C, determining the amount of analyte through quantitative analysis. D, identifying the type of metal precipitated through quantitative analysis. And the last one, determining the concentration of acid or base by qualitative analysis. Do you think what we use? It gravimetric, it depend on what? Depend on the amount of analyte. Okay, so here we have gravimetric method depend on the amount, or quantitative analysis. Okay, determining the amount of analyte through a quantitative analysis. So here we have gravimetric methods used as a quantitative method in measuring what? In measuring the amount or percentage composition of a substance. Okay, we are going to question number 8. Question number 8, which of the following choices represent the types of perception reaction in the chemical analysis technique? The first one, flame test and volumetric methods. Okay, here we want what we want per type of. Type means qualitative. Okay, we have spot tests and the gravimetric method. We have film test and the gravimetric method, spot tests and volumetric method, gravimetric method and volumetric. The last one wrong at all. Okay, we have above it spots, tests, sometimes spots giving right answer here, but we want to know the amount here in reaction. So we have two types of tests here to make or to know the type of precipitation. The first one, spot tests, and next one is gravimetric methods. Okay, here we have the answer. Number B, spot tests and gravimetric methods. Okay, let's go to question number 9 says that fill in the blank. Separation techniques in the gravimetric method to calculate the mass of substance is carried out by chemical analysis. Here we have gravimetric for quantitative analysis here. Okay, we have volumetric and precipitation. Second one, only volumetric method, only precipitation method, volatilization and precipitation method, only volatilization method. Okay, here we have two kinds. We have here two, must be two. Okay, if we have precipitation, it means that we will know the amount by gravimetric method. Gravimetric means we want the mass or amount or quantitative, so we have precipitation or mass here. And volatilization means that some of the amount of mass of sample will evaporate, and so as it is volatile, and the rest after will be the product or the mass also. So here we have the answer number D. We have here separation technique in gravimetric method depend on the volatilization method and precipitation method. Okay, one volatile and one make a precipitate. In both cases, depending on what? Depending on the amount of substance. Here we have calculate the mass of a substance. The last question of this group. Question number 10. Which of the following term best describes the identification of unknown substance and determination of its chemical composition? We want to know which kind of substance. Chemical analysis, quantitative analysis only, functional analysis, physical analysis, and qualitative analysis only. Okay, we have here the question divided into two kinds. The first one identifying unknown substance, and the composition. Here we have the mass and the what and the amount or type. We have quantitative and the qualitative, so it will be a chemical analysis. It may be a hard question, or maybe it need to concentrate when you dissolve it. I hope you enjoy our lessons. This is the last one for our group. Okay, I waiting you for another questions for chapter 2. Hope you enjoy our part today. We will continue a lot of questions. Wait for us and we will discuss a lot of questions. Hope you enjoy our lesson today.